I think the best thing about fishing is having time on your own to think about nothing else apart from fishing. I find as like a university student that work can get quite overwhelming. You've got a lot of projects on, you've got a lot of pressure to get a job and do lots of co-curricular activities. And fishing just provides an opportunity for you to leave all of that behind, get in the car, drive to a river, and just immerse yourself in your environment. So you've got these different types of flies. So these are wet flies, and they sit below the surface of the water. So when the fish are deep, you want to fish these. They've got like the gold head to get them down. And then you've got these kind of dry flies. I don't know if I've got like this fly here will sit on the surface. And so when the fish are rising, when the fish are chasing flies, you're going to be fishing one of these. So. The reason why I decided to start the University of Bristol Fishing Society was because there wasn't one, and I thought that the university needed one because it's a really great opportunity for people students especially, to get out of a city that they're kind of trapped in. I myself found that I was stuck in sort of like Redland, Clifton, the Triangle, all around campus. But there's so much more to Bristol and the surrounding area that I just wasn't really exploring. Also, I think fishing's got so many benefits to it. There's so many different angles. You're learning about wildlife around you. It's amazing for your mental health, which is something that's very prevalent right now. And I think it's a sport that doesn't get enough coverage. And I really just wanted to bring it to the next generation of students and provide them with an opportunity to get fully immersed within the sport and within Bristol's surrounding countryside.
Yeah, fishing's a piss off, isn't it? Yeah.
We're going to attach 2 flies to our setup, just because at the moment we're finding that half the fish are kind of on the surface and then most of them are actually sat below. So we're going to tie on what's called a dropper, which is basically a second fly. So like I said, we're going to go for one that's dry, one that's wet, so we can see where the fish are basically located. And hopefully they'll take one or the other, and then from there we know what flies to use for the rest of the day. So yeah, I'm going to tie on about like a foot's worth of line.
They just munch on that tail, so I might have to give this one a go.
Yeah, look, go for it.
That would be quite funny actually. Yeah. With some fish fingers just coming in. That would be good.
And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Is that my pint you're tucking into?
Oh, it is, yeah.
So what's your name?
Trevor.
Trevor, cool. And you're a bailiff here, is it?
Local bailiff, yeah.
Local bailiff. And what does that mean? You just take everything?
I look after the water in the fields,
yeah.
both sides.
Yeah, on the fields, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. Do you fish yourself?
I do fish, but I haven't fished for 2 years.
2 years.
The rivers have had it, it's finished, there's no salmon about anymore.
Do you think that's to do with humans?
Poachers.
Yeah. Poachers.
Yeah, ruined it, I finished.
That's sad.
The alvers, they've stopped the alvers now from people catching them. And hopefully that they'll come back up the rivers for the cormorants, because cormorants will take all the trout. And their main diet is eels, but there's no eels about, so
now they're on the
go
fish.
for anything they can get their mouth into.
Yeah.
Something I would say to someone who's never fished before, come and give it a go. Genuinely, just sort of take a couple of hours out, come join us at one of our river fishing sessions, and just learn all about it. It can be really daunting, and it can seem, especially with fly fishing, it seems like something that's extremely technical, but it completely isn't. If you give it a bit of time, it can be very quick to pick up. And I think it's one of those things that is a very communal sport. It's not very individual, even though it may seem individual. there's an opportunity there for you to bring your friends along and just come and give it a go.